Have you ever noticed how even during some of the hardest times in life, unexpected good things can happen? It might feel like good luck, but for people of faith, these moments are much more than chance. They are reminders that God is at work, even when circumstances seem overwhelming or hopeless. We thank God for that. God is at work every single moment. And so when life gets tough, it's easy to feel surrounded by challenges and negativity. Sometimes we might even wonder if God has forgotten us or if He cares about what we are going through. And this can lead us to question His thoughts and plans for us. But Scripture reminds us that many faithful people before us experienced the same feelings. So take David, for example, in Psalms 13. He poured out his frustration, asking God how long God would forget him. And yet by the end of chapter, he chooses to trust God's unfailing love. And so in Psalms 10, David also wrestled with thoughts about God's presence during trouble, but eventually recognized that God sees those distress and will come to his help. And we see now that these biblical examples encourage us to hold on to hope when we struggle and are tempted to give up. We feel like giving up. And so they show us that questioning and feeling lost is natural. You are not alone. But trusting in God's faithfulness is what carries us through. And so the interesting thing is how just when things seem to be at their worst, changes can suddenly begin to occur. And in those moments that feel like luck are actually what some call coincidence. But we call this Godincidences. These are events where God steps in, often unexpectedly, to bring breakthrough or relief. They are not random, but rather divine moments that reminds us God is not limited by earthly problems or human barriers. In fact, God is able to move in ways we never imagined, turning situations around when all odds seem against us. Think about when Jesus called Peter to step out of the boat and walk on water. This story isn't just about a miracle. It's about faith, the invitation to trust God's power over impossible situations. Like the Apostle Peter, we are called to take a step of faith, believing that God can work beyond what we see or understand. God knows more. And so, over the next few weeks, I want to invite you to open your heart to what God might be teaching you through His Word. Expect Him to act in your life, even during difficult days. Watch closely and see how His faithfulness becomes clear, providing hope and encouragement when you need it most. If this message has been meaningful to you, please consider liking this video, leaving a comment, share your thoughts, subscribing for more content like this, and passing it along to someone who might need a reminder of God's presence today. Thank you for spending time here. I look forward to sharing more in the next video. God bless you.